This is my review for the strongest team. In this episode, we pretty much start off with the previous fight. It was Aragorn versus Natsu. Natsu gets so mad that his flames become so intense that they basically dissipate all the air around him, which is crazy. It's hilarious. It's ridiculous. Happy helps. He calls him. He basically says he's weak. He says that all these other wizards are better than him, and he gets super irritated. So he basically creates this thing where he sucks up all the air, and he's able to break the windshield that Aragorn has. And then he finally just destroys him. He throws this huge fireball at him, which is crazy. But the rest of the team, they catch up to him. Urza's tired because she's been using her magic just to drive that car. And they see that Kageyama finally sees that Aragorn has been defeated. And he's like, wow, how did this team defeat my boss or my leader? How could that happen? And so you would think he would follow them, but no, he betrays them. He steals the car and he heads over to Clovertown in order to kill all the Grandmasters. So then he shows up. He sees the fairy tale Grandmaster. He's looking at him, and he's looking at his smut, and he looks at him, and he's like, "Oh no, it's not what you think." And he says, "Young sir, I would like to play a song to you." And he says, "Okay, cool, no problem. I had to go, but you could play a song for me." And so he tries to play the flute, and you see, oh man, they're not going to get in time. He's going to kill the guy, the Grandmaster, but he has hesitation. So you see little bits of good in Kageyama, which is good. So after everything happens, the team shows up. They scream at Kageyama. They tell him, "Don't do it. It's not good." And he basically has some very deep words that he tells him, and he stops him from killing him. And he basically says, "Hey, I'm going to serve you." Obviously the flute doesn't like it, so it reveals its full form. It basically turns into this big monster, a big demon monster, and he starts destroying everything around there. He blows up a mountain, which is crazy. And so, Urza, Grey, and Natsu basically fight him. Urza changes her costumes like 3 times in the thing. She re-equips all types of weapons. Grey uses his ice magic, which is what he uses. He uses a lot of ice magic, which is kind of cool. And then Natsu, obviously, he blazes as much as he can. And they hurt him so much that whenever the lullaby flute, tries to hurt everyone with their song and kill everyone, they've made so many holes in him that he can't even. It's basically a whimper. It's hilarious whenever he tries to play that flute. He gets mad. He starts destroying more things. And so Natsu says, "You know what? We're finally going to get rid of you. I'm going to do this fireball that I've never done, and you're going to basically turn into nothingness." And so he destroys, he gives the final blow, and he destroys the demon. In the aftermath, though, the building where the guild masters were in, gets completely destroyed. There's a big old crater on the ground, and so everyone's saying, "What's gonna happen?" Kageyama finally, I guess, turns good, so he's basically asking for forgiveness, and everyone's chasing the 3. They're chasing Natsu, Urza, and Grey because they want to find out who's going to pay for the damages that they did, and so they start running away. So it's a pretty nice note to end off on, which is cool.